final segment on the GSMC Baseball Podcast. So we're going to be talking about here some spring training standings, just going over them, seeing if anything sticks out to us. I know we've been talking about a lot of spring training recently, and it does make sense because we are in spring training time. So, going for the Grapefruit League here. Top, I have it is Baltimore at 11-2. Not a surprise. They have so much young talent that it really does make sense for them to be at the top. Second, we have Washington at 6-4, who also make sense to be that high. Again, a lot of young talent like Baltimore. A lot of young talent that's also showing off in spring training as well. Atlanta 7-5, kind of surprising, but they've been playing their starters a lot. They don't really have that much young talent, so it's kind of surprising. But a lot of young talent has been playing. A lot of the starters, for the Braves have been playing, and definitely kind of surprising. But when you play your starters, I'm sure you'll win a little bit. Houston 7-5, same thing. Maybe nothing much stand out here. Kind of mediocre. Same with the Red Sox 8-6. They have some young players who I think have been starting a little bit. Some of their guys have been performing well. So good for the Red Sox being at 8-6. Tigers at 6-5, mediocre. That's what I expect them to be. The Mets and Twins. They're 5-5. Exactly at mediocre standard. That's what I expect for the Mets right now. They're pretty mediocre. Not much to say about that. I think that's a representation of what their season's going to be as well. They're exactly mediocre, exactly just middle of the pack, so I think it makes a lot of sense. Minnesota 5-6, kind of surprising. I think they've had a good amount of players play for them. I guess they've had some underwhelming performances, but again, I want to preface before I go more into this that it's spring training. None of these things really matter unless you're seeing something really of sorts that is really bad. So I doubt that, though. I don't think it's a huge deal. So not a huge deal. Yankees 5-6. That's really surprising to me. When you've had Juan Soto perform like he has this spring training, Spencer Jones has performed really well as well. Kind of surprising that the Yankees haven't been doing that great. But the pitching hasn't been that good as well. We saw Carlos Rodon yesterday, not performing very well. So I think that could be it as well. Pittsburgh 5-7. Also surprising, I'd say. A lot of young talent there. Kind of surprised they haven't performed up to that standards. But again, it's spring training, so not gonna knock them too hard. Philly. Philly's 4-6. So is St. Louis. Both those teams kind of make sense. Not a lot of pitching, but some nice young hitters, some nice guys to look forward to and see. So makes sense for both Philly and St. Louis to be 4-6, kind of mediocre, but less than that a little bit with being under 500. So not a big surprise, and I definitely think both teams are where they are expecting to be. Both Florida teams are below them now. Miami at 3-5, and Tampa at 4-7. Both are not surprising. I think this is what I kind of expected for them, where their teams are right now, where the young talent is, who's playing for them as well. So, it's going to be interesting to see if the Marlins not signing anyone, if we're going to see like the spark under their team and, kind of proves to them. And it's going to be them trying to prove to their front office that, hey, we can win. We know you don't believe in us, but we believe in us. And we're going to be really excited to watch a week. We're going to be really excited to prove you wrong. And, definitely keep going with that young core from the Marlins. Tampa, again, I don't know what's going on with them. 4-7, not great, but again, they're dealing with a lot right now with their shortstop not being there forever, most likely. So I'll give them a little bit of a break. Toronto last 3-8, pretty surprising, honestly. I don't think they're that bad. I don't think the teams they've been rolling out are that bad, but I guess things have not been rolling their way. I know Daniel Vogelback's been performing pretty well in spring training, so good for him. Hoping he makes the team, and I think it would be pretty funny if he did, because Daniel Vogelback's just a good-looking guy, and I think is someone all baseball fans can root for. I don't know if I just messed the volume there. If I did, I apologize. the Dodgers now. We're going to the Cactus League, of course. They are 10-3. At the top, not surprising. A lot of the starters have been playing. Tyler Glasnow has been off to a great start. Yoshinobu Yamamoto was off to a great start his first time, and yesterday, he didn't really pitch well yesterday against the White Sox, but the Dodgers still ended up winning 12-9. So I think that's what's gonna happen with the Dodgers. That's just simply how good they are. Like it's not even a joke at this point. They're just so good, and even with their players underperforming, it's not gonna go great. Kansas City is 9-4. Really good for them. I did not anticipate this at all. They don't really have that many top prospects or guys that should be playing right now. But hey, they're doing pretty well. So props to them really, and good for them. Colorado 8-4. Same thing as the Royals really. They don't really have that many top prospects, but hey, they're performing well. Not gonna knock them on it, and great for them. I mean, yeah, really good for them, and happy for them. Texas 7-4. Not surprising. I mean, I've made a short about it a few times. I've talked about him a few times. Wyatt Langford. I mean, God, this guy's so good. This guy's so good, man. Oh my goodness. People don't realize how good Wyatt Langford's going to be when he comes up. I'm telling you, when Wyatt Langford wins Rookie of the Year this year, and when he comes up and is an all-star ready, come back to these podcast episodes where I've talked about him, because I'm so high on Wyatt Langford. I think he's an absolute stud. And I'm super excited to watch him when he does come up in the big leagues with Texas. The Angels 8-5, kind of all surprising. Not that many prospects for them that are top tier guys, but hey, good for them. Cincinnati 6-5, Oakland 6-5 as well. Makes sense. Both are kind of mediocre right now. Oakland I thought would be a little lower with how much of a dumpster fire their organization is right now. But hey, good for them that the players are fighting back against the men upstairs. So yeah, really excited for them. For the players, not the organization. Arizona is 6-6. So are the Cubs. Both teams kind of surprised about it. I thought they'd be doing a little bit better. Arizona is playing right now, so I guess we'll check in on what they're doing. Yeah, but I can't get up the game right now. Oh, there it is. They're losing 5-1. Okay, so I guess they're not gonna stay at that for a while now. But yeah. The Cubs 6-5. I just talked about the Cubs. What am I doing? Sorry. As you can see, I'm a little off my rocker these past two episodes, but it'll be okay. I've had some problems with the studio with filming as well, so it'll be okay. Tuesday to Friday, I'll be streaming it. It'll be better. Yeah, the Padres 7-8. I thought they'd be higher with the amount of young talent that's playing, with the amount of guys that are playing, but still not that crazy, still not that bad. San Francisco 3-6, kind of really bad, honestly. Didn't really expect that. White Sox 4-9, they're really bad. 4-9 is kind of a representation of what they're going to do this season. Not surprised. Cleveland 3-8. I don't really know what to make of Cleveland this year. I've talked about that a few times. They're just kind of a really weird team. So not entirely sure what to make of this. The Mariners being 2-9 as the worst team in the league for spring training is kind of surprising. I'm surprised about that. I mean, yeah, I thought they would have been much better. So definitely kind of a shocker there. We're gonna end off here, kind of a quicker segment because I took a little bit of a longer time with the other ones. You have Texas 5. They're beating the Arizona Diamondbacks. I talked about 5-1. Chicago's beating Milwaukee 2-1. Seattle's beating the Angels 1-0. Maybe they'll finally get another win. You also have the Rays beating the Phillies 3-2. The Braves beating the Red Sox 3-2. So yeah, that's going on for spring training right now. That's the end of the stream as well. So thank you so much for watching. I won't be streaming on Friday and Monday, but I'll still have content out there if you guys want to watch it. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. And thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the support, and it's always appreciated. So thank you so much, and see you on Tuesday. Thank you. Bye.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to